Need some coins for that new player that you want? Head on over to MrMuckCoin.com. Link is in the description. Use code GS20 for 20% off. What is going on, guys? I'm GS, and welcome back to another Madden 20 video. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. So today, we have ourselves the debut of Robert Gronkowski. My very first gameplay with him in online head-to-head. And looking forward to seeing how glitchy I think he can be. Now, the abilities we have on him is Streak Specialist, Post Flag Elite, and Red Zone Threat. So I think that's a nice 1, 2, 3 punch all in tune with each other. I also have John Elway and Jerry Rice active. Now Jerry Rice is going to have Post Flag Elite alongside Playmaker. That way I can, just keep him underneath and be able to utilize his playmaking ability. And then, no pun intended. And then with Gronkowski, once we get into Red Zone, Streak Specialist and Red Zone Threat are going to go on ahead and, intertwine with each other. And I think really make him an absolute monster in that area of the field. And that's what I'm hoping to try and, conquer this game. Get in the red zone and utilize those abilities. I wanted to try out Tanked, but it was confirmed to me that Enforcer does negate Tank. Now, it doesn't completely stop it. Now, by no means does it mean that Enforcer is going to crack someone with Tank every single time. It just means that it's possible for that ability to not, work all the time. So if I had Tank and I run into someone with Enforcer, I was told it's like a 50-50 thing. There's sometimes, look at the moves though by Night Train, but I kind of get chased down by Bo Jackson. It's kind of like a 50-50 thing where there's sometimes you would get completely demolished by Enforcer. Then there's other times, as we just tossed it up to Gronk. Look at that red zone threat, one-on-one situation. We chucked it up. We threw a high point, held Y, and he came down with it. Such a huge catch. Such a nice animation. And that could be really glitchy. Really glitchy if used, in that situation. Red Zone, Streak Specialist, and also Post Flag Elite to help me get into the red zone, hopefully. And I like it. So far, so good with the big teabag in the back of the end zone. But yeah, so Tank is like a 50-50 if I run into an Enforcer. There's sometimes you're going to get cracked, and then there's other times where you're just going to completely bounce off of someone. But if they don't have Enforcer and they, have like a big hitter trait and they try to go for a big hit, they're not going to be able to tackle you. So I figure we'll just go with the Red Zone Threat, Post Flag Elite, and Streak Specialist to, try out the Gronkowski. So right here, we had the corner route, but he came around the edge just flying or straight through the middle. I don't know. He just came from somewhere just flying. And then we go back to the corner route with Momo, and we hit him with one of the slowest spins caught on film, and we actually end up still getting into the end zone, taking a 14-0 lead. So on defense, I have Khalil Mack, and I also have Michael Strahan active. Both of them have Pass Rush Elite, Edge Threat Elite, and Power Specialist. So I'm hoping to get some pressure between the two, and right there was just a dot. That was a beautiful throw. Thankfully, we got lucky with Patrick Tillman over the middle, causing the incompletion, because that was a good read. And whew, look at the hit, though. That is one difference between Khalil Mack and Von Miller. Both of them are usually, oh my goodness, if I had Lurker, that was a snack. Both of them usually have cards very similar to each other, very similar traits and very similar attributes. But Von Miller does not have the big hitter trait, whereas Khalil Mack does. Like, literally the only difference. They have yes on all their traits, but Khalil Mack, again, is a big hitter, and Von Miller is not. And that Khalil Mack is a goon. So he chucks it up right here. We got two guys there. We do come down with the defensive interception. Unfortunately, it's not an interception because we're unable to keep our feet in bounds. But mama to go that man again. Khalil Mack making his presence felt with his second sack of the game. And again, he hits the seam. And another batted down, caught interception off of the deflection. And we'll gladly go ahead and take that. So here we go back again. I had the corner route. I had it. I had wide so wide open. I need to hit the corner route, man. He's giving it to me, but I just wasn't expecting man-to-man. He just caught me off guard right there. So And right here we end up hitting the right side with Torrey Holt, and we end up getting the big completion. 4 for 4 so far from my man Johnny Elway. And then right here we reroute, and again, man-to-man, just catching me off guard. He's like randomly calling these man-to-man plays, and I'm not expecting him to. And then I'm thinking he's going to call man-to-man, and then he comes out in zone, and his cover 2 man was messing me up a little bit. I cannot tell a lie. 3rd and 25, and he just double team, triple team, 3 guys. Like, I was like, what defense is this? Like, he's coming out and cover 2 man, but he's like double and triple team, like not even worried about the tight end, which is smart because I'm like blocking him and stuff. And oh man, good play by him. He ends up getting the stop, and he ends up getting the ball back close to midfield. So hopefully our defense can hold up. Hopefully we can get some pressure with Mac and Strahan. I definitely enjoy having 2 D-line abilities because the pressure you get is good. Like, look at Mac. Just look at the right side. Non-line. Look at the screen. I seen the screen, and I went to go jump it, and he just, I don't know. I don't, like, wow. Well, I seen it was a screen, right? I went down to go jump that bad boy, and then he thought he was slick. Like, come on, baby boy. Like, you gonna try and sneak me with the onside, baby? You gonna try and sneak me with the onside? Like, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. But, yeah, I went to go try and catch the screen, and, yeah, he just threw a fadeaway streak right where I was supposed to be, and it was a good read. He hit me with the bait and switch, and it worked. So he ends up making it a 1-score deficit. Hopefully, we just gotta be smart. Gotta be smart. If he comes out of man-to-man, have a man beater on the field, and let's not get boxed up by this man-to-man. So he goes and man-to-man again, and look at RB. Just look at RB. Whoop! Playmaker's so good. Playmaker is so good, and I could have scored right here. I could have, but it's like, you know what? We need to get the ball to Gronk. We're trying to test out this red zone, and I chuck it up. I had him, but I went for a high pass, and it was overthrown, unfortunately. And then the very next play, it was just zoned. He had 8 zones around him, and I ended up fumbling. And I'm like, all right. I can't lose the game because I'm trying to do gameplay stuff. Let's win the game. Let's try to get some gameplay stuff, though, but let's not overdo it. Let's do it when the situation calls for it. So we get a big sack off the left side. 3rd and 21. He's just going to go on ahead, run the ball right there, and we're going to force a 4th down where he's going to go on ahead and go for it. So I'm taking a look at his abilities. Gunslinger, dashing deadeye, and I'm like, wait a minute. Because I've been spying him a bunch of times this game already. I'm like, wait a minute. He doesn't have escape artist, or am I bugging? So I'm like, gunslinger. But I had to double check, and I'm like, wait a minute. At this point, I'm confused. And he goes for it. Not really sure why. Putting me in position to take the lead easily. And right here, we're going to just chuck it up to the Gronkster. And Gronk is there, baby. Just threading needles out in these streets. Gronk comes through with his 2nd touchdown reception of the game. Or does he have 3? I don't know. I know he's got a few at the minimum. So 7 to 21, I got to pause it. Because I'm like, all right, I gotta take a look at these abilities. Because I know for sure I didn't see escape artist, but maybe it's there and I'm just bugging. So I go to his team. I see Willie Lanier. He doesn't have any enforcer. He can't get on Lanier. Sean Taylor doesn't have it. And Mahomes, he has gunslinger, dashing, deadeye, and gutsy scrambler. So he doesn't have escape artist. So I'm like, oh, say less. That means there's no need to spy. So we have Strahan active, and Strahan going to Strahan. He forces the fumble. Khalil Mack picks up the ball, and we get it into the end zone right before half. And we're going to go on ahead and watch our opponent take an early exit. So I wanted to get just another feel for Gronkowski. That gameplay obviously wasn't long enough. It was just a half. So I actually jump into a house rules game. That way I can go on ahead and still see what this Gronk is about. And I really feel like red zone threat and streak specialist it can be a very, very, very vital stack of abilities. I really feel like that can be very good. And once you hit the red zone, I feel like you're going to have to double team him. You're going to have to focus a lot of attention on him. And that should open up a lot of other things. So here we go in house rules. Now this house rules is different from what it was previous. On this one, it's +1 to your team score running the ball. As long as you get positive yards, it doesn't matter. So all you got to do is just run the ball for 1 yard or more, and it's a point. A 10-yard run or more is 3 points. So everyone is going to be running the ball. So I know my opponent is expecting me to run the ball, and I played a bunch of these, and everyone just comes out and run defense because everyone is running the ball. I'm like, nah, Chief, I'm passing. I'm passing. You know, y'all could have y'all +1 points. So on defense, I just souped up. I changed my abilities to 3 run-stopping guys. I have Khalil Mack with run-stopping abilities. Same with, I think, Clay Matthews, and I think I left Tillman. So right here, I'm just trying to get in the red zone. We hit Gronkowski. I tried to get down, and I messed that all up. We hit Gronkowski with the corner out. So right here, one-on-one situation, just chuck it up, and he's going to hold on to the ball because of the streak specialist, and he's going to have added catching with the red zone threat. So again, I feel like it can be very glitchy, and I'm, you know, really considering just leaving him and one of the playmakers whenever I want to go 2 receivers, and I feel like I just want to go ahead and run the ball. Like you see right there, he got a point just because he ran the ball and got +1 yard. You know, 4th and 8, he's going to run the ball. He gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and we end up winning this game. But hopefully, right here, I'm just trying to get in the red zone so I can chuck it up to Gronkowski, see what he got. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this Gronkowski. I mean, he ran commit right there. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow, we should be getting new players, so I'm going to try to get those guys as quickly as possible and try to give you guys the live comp. You know, I know I had 2 live comp the past few days, but they were on regs. I'm going to try to give you guys a MUT live comp, so hopefully I can knock that out for you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys enjoy, man. It's your boy Jess. We're going to go ahead and be signing out, man. Really appreciate the support as always. Go ahead and hit that like button on your way out. Prove that you're a real one. Until next time, peace.